If you've ever stood in the dog food aisle staring at a bag that says human grade on it and wondered what that actually means, or whether it's just fancy marketing, you're not alone. My name is Stephen Whitlow, and I've spent the last 20 years working with dogs and watching owners get confused by this exact term.
You're listening to the Pet Parent Podcast. Quick note before we get going. The research and everything you're about to hear is written and verified by real people who know this stuff, but the voice you're hearing is AI generated, just so you know. If you've been listening for a while, thank you, seriously. And if you're new here, glad you found us. We release new episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so you've got a steady stream of practical pet care info coming your way. Today, we're diving into something that confuses a lot of dog owners, what human-grade dog food actually is, and whether it's worth the extra money. Let's jump in.
Here's the straightforward answer. Human-grade dog food is made with ingredients that meet the same safety and handling standards required for food meant for people. That means every single ingredient, the chicken, the vegetables, the grains, must be processed in facilities that follow human food safety regulations, and the final product must be manufactured in a human food production facility. Now, this is where it gets important. The term human grade isn't just marketing fluff. The Association of American Feed Control Officials, or AAFCO, provides specific guidelines about when a dog food can legally claim to be human grade. Every ingredient and every processing step must meet the standards set by the Food and Drug Administration for human food. If even one ingredient is feed grade, the standard for most conventional dog food, the final product can't be called human grade. Most dog food you see on store shelves is made with feed-grade ingredients. That's not necessarily bad. Feed-grade ingredients still have to meet certain safety standards, but they're held to different rules than what goes into your own dinner. Feed-grade chicken, for example, might include parts or be processed in ways that wouldn't be allowed in chicken sold for human consumption. The difference between human-grade and feed-grade dog food comes down to where ingredients are sourced, how they're handled, and where they're manufactured. Human-grade means start-to-finish human food standards. Feed-grade means animal feed standards, which are separate and generally less stringent. Let me walk you through what actually happens to make a dog food human-grade, because understanding the process helps you see why it matters. First, every ingredient must be edible by human standards. If you're looking at a bag that lists chicken as the first ingredient, that chicken needs to come from the same supply chain that provides chicken to grocery stores and restaurants. It's inspected by the USDA for meat or meets FDA standards for other ingredients. The sweet potatoes, blueberries, carrots, all of it has to be the same quality you'd pick up at the store. Second, processing facilities matter. Human-grade dog food must be manufactured in a facility that's certified for human food production. These facilities follow hazard analysis and critical control points protocols, the same food safety system used by human food manufacturers. They have stricter sanitation requirements, temperature controls, and contamination prevention measures than standard pet food facilities. Third, storage and transportation must maintain human food standards. From the moment ingredients arrive to when the finished food ships out, everything follows protocols designed to keep human food safe. This includes temperature-controlled storage, pest prevention systems, and handling procedures that prevent cross-contamination. Here's what I've seen in practice. Brands that truly make human-grade food will openly share details about their facilities and certifications. They'll tell you where their ingredients come from and provide documentation. Some even cook their foods in USDA-certified kitchens, the same places that might produce human meals. The actual recipes can vary widely. Some human-grade dog foods are gently cooked or lightly processed to preserve nutrients. Others might be freeze-dried or dehydrated. What they all share is that ingredient quality and safety baseline. You won't find meat meals, animal byproducts, or feed-grade fillers in genuine human-grade formulas. It's worth noting that human grade doesn't automatically mean the food is nutritionally complete or balanced for dogs. A product could theoretically be made with human grade ingredients, but still have an imbalanced nutrient profile. That's why you still need to look for AAFCO certification, which confirms the food meets nutritional requirements for dogs at different life stages. There's a link below if you want to learn more about AAFCO dog food standards. So, you might be wondering, does all this actually make a difference for your dog? Based on what I've seen working with thousands of dogs over 2 decades, there are a few real benefits worth considering. Ingredient transparency is the big one. Human-grade dog food companies typically provide much more detailed information about where ingredients come from. When you're feeding your dog every single day, knowing exactly what's in that bowl matters. I've worked with dogs who had mysterious digestive issues or skin problems that cleared up after switching to foods with simpler, more transparent ingredient lists. Digestibility often improves with human-grade formulas. Higher quality protein sources and gentler processing methods can make the food easier for dogs to break down and absorb. I've seen this especially with senior dogs and dogs with sensitive stomachs. Their stools become more consistent, they have less gas, and they seem to get more energy from their food. Safety standards give peace of mind. The same protocols that keep our food safe apply to human-grade dog food. While recalls can happen with any pet food, human-grade manufacturers are subject to more rigorous oversight. For dogs with compromised immune systems, puppies, or senior dogs, that extra safety margin can matter. That said, let's be realistic. Human-grade dog food costs more, sometimes significantly more, than conventional options. And plenty of dogs thrive on quality feed-grade foods that meet AAFCO standards. The question isn't whether human grade is inherently better for all dogs in all situations. It's whether the specific benefits align with your dog's needs and your priorities as an owner. There's a guide below about how to choose dog food if you're curious about how to evaluate any option, including human-grade ones. Now, human-grade dog food comes in several formats, and the one you choose depends on your lifestyle and your dog's preferences. Fresh, refrigerated options are probably what most people picture when they think of human-grade dog food. There are companies that deliver pre-portioned meals that look remarkably similar to human food, because they essentially are. Check the link below to see the current price. These typically arrive frozen or refrigerated and need to be kept cold. They're convenient but require freezer space and advanced planning. Freeze-dried formulas take human-grade ingredients and remove the moisture through a gentle process that preserves nutrients. You rehydrate them with water before serving. These are shelf-stable, which makes them great for travel or as backup food. The texture becomes something like a soft paste or stew when mixed with water. Dehydrated varieties work similarly, but use a different drying method. You add warm water, wait a few minutes, and the food rehydrates into a meal. These often have a slightly different texture than freeze-dried options, a bit more like traditional dog food, but softer. Gently cooked and pouched products are less common but growing. These are cooked at lower temperatures than typical kibble, then sealed in pouches or containers for shelf stability. They don't require refrigeration until opened. What you won't typically find in human-grade options is traditional extruded kibble. The high-heat, high-pressure process used to make conventional dry dog food generally doesn't align with human-grade manufacturing standards, though some companies are working on exceptions. Different formats work better for different situations. Fresh food is great for dogs who need encouragement to eat or have dental issues. Freeze-dried and dehydrated options are practical for multi-dog households or people who want the benefits of human-grade food with more storage flexibility. Let me answer some questions I hear all the time about this. Is human-grade dog food actually better for my dog than regular dog food? Human-grade dog food offers higher ingredient quality and stricter safety standards, which can benefit dogs with sensitive digestion, allergies, or compromised immune systems. However, better depends on your individual dog's needs. Many dogs thrive on quality feed-grade foods that meet AAFCO nutritional standards. The most important factor is choosing a nutritionally complete food appropriate for your dog's life stage and health status, regardless of whether it's human-grade or feed-grade.
Can I feed my dog actual human food instead of buying human-grade dog food? While you could technically feed your dog home-prepared meals using human food ingredients, ensuring nutritional completeness is challenging without veterinary guidance. Human-grade dog food is specifically formulated to meet all of a dog's nutritional requirements, including the right balance of proteins, fats, vitamins, and minerals. If you want to prepare homemade meals, work with a veterinary nutritionist to create balanced recipes. Random human meals won't provide everything your dog needs for long-term health. How do I know if a dog food is really human-grade or just marketing? Genuine human-grade dog food will clearly state that all ingredients and manufacturing facilities meet FDA human food standards. Look for specific certifications, facility information, and detailed sourcing transparency on the company's website. Be suspicious of vague claims like human quality or restaurant quality. These aren't regulated terms. Legitimate human-grade brands typically provide documentation about their USDA-certified kitchens or human food production facilities because they're proud of meeting those standards. Is human-grade dog food safe for puppies and senior dogs? Human-grade dog food can be appropriate for puppies and senior dogs as long as the formula meets AAFCO nutritional standards for that specific life stage. For puppies, especially large breed puppies, you need a formula designed for growth that provides proper calcium and phosphorus ratios. For senior dogs, look for human-grade options formulated for adult maintenance or senior-specific needs. Always verify life stage appropriateness, regardless of whether food is human-grade. Ingredient quality doesn't automatically mean age-appropriate nutrition. There are links below to guides on the best puppy food for large breeds and the best senior dog food if you need specific recommendations. Why does human-grade dog food cost so much more than regular dog food? Human-grade dog food costs more because of higher quality ingredient sourcing, more expensive manufacturing facilities that meet human food safety standards, stricter quality control protocols, and often more expensive distribution methods like refrigeration. These companies are essentially running human food operations with all the associated costs, then formulating for dogs' specific nutritional needs. The price difference reflects real operational costs, not just marketing. Whether that premium is worth it for your specific dog depends on their individual health needs and your budget. So what is human-grade dog food? At its core, it's dog food manufactured to the same standards as the food you eat, using ingredients and facilities that meet FDA human food requirements. It represents the highest ingredient quality and safety standards currently available in commercial dog food. Does that mean every dog needs it? Not necessarily. I've worked with plenty of healthy, thriving dogs eating quality feed-grade foods, but I've also seen dogs with chronic digestive issues, unexplained allergies, or sensitive systems do remarkably better on human-grade options. The decision comes down to your dog's individual needs, your budget, and what gives you confidence in what you're feeding. If you're considering making a switch to human-grade or any new food, take your time with the transition to avoid digestive upset. There's an article below about how to switch dog food that walks through the process step by step. What matters most isn't chasing the newest food trend. It's understanding what different terms actually mean, knowing what your specific dog needs, and making informed choices based on facts rather than marketing.
Human-grade dog food is a legitimate category with real standards behind it. Now you know exactly what those standards are and whether they make sense for your four-legged friend. That wraps up this episode of the Pet Parent Podcast. Thanks for listening. We're back every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with new episodes. If this was helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you'd leave a 5-star rating and write a quick review. It genuinely helps other pet parents find the show when they're looking for solid information. And go ahead and hit subscribe or follow so you get notified the second a new episode drops. I'll catch you in the next one.